Good evening. How does foresight relate to a moment of mindfulness? So often is the case, we'd like to be able to predict the future so that we can prepare for the future and not be caught unprepared or inadequate or at all by surprise. What fun would that be? Foresight has nothing to do with that. Foresight is the ability to anticipate a most likely outcome and then to plan accordingly for it, yet remaining flexible in the process. A moment of mindfulness can help us in that by sitting consistently throughout the day for a moment, seeing the way it is at this moment, we can make appropriate changes and appropriate preparations for whatever may come. If you live out on the West Coast, you have a hurricane preparation bag. If you live on the East Coast, you have a hurricane or a nor'easter preparation bag. What you provide in there is not supplies for a specific event, but supplies for application in various events that are most likely to happen. As improbable as it is, nothing is impossible, yet there is still a likelihood that where I'm living, most hurricanes will be somewhere between a Cat 1 and a Cat 2. We've already had our major hurricane, according to statistics, well above a Cat 3, and it may not happen again in my lifetime, but it could. Likely, not so. So foresight tells me to continue to plan appropriately and prepare and to keep my eye out and watch the weather. Foresight won't tell me what day of the week, what time of the day, or exactly what will be damaged. Foresight will tell me that under these rough conditions, these plans will be appropriate and are flexible. So, when deciding these things, stop for a moment. Do your exercise. And think for a moment that right now it's like this. We know this, we've seen this, others have experienced this. So we can safely say that should it occur, we would need the following, or need to plan for the following. So in review, foresight can be developed through moments of mindfulness that would be very appropriate during this pandemic. For the moment, we know this and that, and we know that face covering, hand washing, social distancing, limiting our exposure in public areas as well as large gatherings is really not much of an inconvenience. It's a wonderful opportunity to evaluate those things in your life that you once thought were important. Having foresight will tell you that you need to have a few extra supplies on hand just in case we have to self-quarantine again, and to make appropriate preparations without actually being ridiculously silly, as the early days revealed. So take the time frequently. Take that moment. Be mindful. Realize at the moment it's just like this. Nothing more. Thank you.